What's this?
Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as we continue with my Let's Play of Stories, the Path of Destinies. We're ready for the next episode. I believe it's episode 7. And I've kind of gone back and forth in my mind which one I want to do. I mean, this one seems overly harsh and cruel. I don't know if we're going to get a way out like we could have before. So I might just see what the thing didn't seem to like the idea of the core. So maybe we roll out with that. The Iblis Stone, it promised great power in exchange for the blood of Zenobia, who was once close to Renardo. But could Renardo really kill Zenobia, even if she was the Emperor's greatest general? Maybe Renardo could instead get the Skyripper's core. The Iblis Stone did not seem to like the idea at all. Was it afraid of the power of the core? I don't know. I think that's what we're going to give it a shot.
The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance. The stone felt a bit clingy. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Skyripper, a weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power. He would go there.
Or would he? No, he will go there. So I assume the next episode, folks, will be the end of our time spent in stories, the Path of Destinies, or the Paths of Destiny. I don't know. It's very confusing, guys. There's S's and not S's. There's plurals and unplurals, or singulars. It's all well and good. It would be stories, the Path of Destinies. But still, we'll have gone through 3 stories by then, and, well, you guys will have a pretty good idea whether or not you want to grab the game for yourselves and play it. And then we'll move on to some of the other stuff we have running on the channel right now. I'm really missing playing Bastard Bonds, and I kind of want to hop back in and play that. That might be what replaces this. I'm not sure. We'll see. Either way, folks,
he landed
focus.
the Farfarer, Renardo had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Fu school together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
I will not do it. I will not kill Zenobia. You cannot make me. Alright, we're going to go for the sword here, and didn't we have one? Oh, we're still short by 3. That's super weak. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to find some extra pieces of the stove. Oh. Oops. Oh gosh, that did not work at all. How I had planned it. I said good day, sir. You shall not defeat me, you crazy bird-brained birds of brainitude and stuff. And I get nothing. It's fine. Alright, so we got smacked around there. Apparently this... No, it should have still let me grapple. I don't know, it didn't let me grapple the guy right away. Oh, what's this? I have to continue on forward? That's kind of weird. I'm also glowing a weird... Oh, it's because I had the Iblis Stone, I imagine. I'm glowing a weird color.
Remembered when he'd first stolen one of these. Good times.
Me too. Alright, so we got ourselves a physical resistance gem. No. Nope. Get over here. Drop you, kill you, and you are the last one up on the docket, and down you go, sir. Victory is mine. Sweet. So murdering stuff, killing things, looking pretty darn good doing it. Very foxy and all, you know, that's how I roll. Well, I guess we go up the staircase to wherever this place is. I need more ore. I need more ore. I'll take the health upgrades too. They definitely got owned slightly. Oh, where does this lead?
Hero wall. Hero sword. Firewall. Fire. Extinguisher.
Interesting. Two separate walls. That is a... No, I'm not going that way because there's no way back. So, we're obviously going to go the way of the extra doors anywhere and everywhere that we can, because it's going to make us super amazing and awesome in all things.
He hoped his hook didn't break.
Oh, does he? Does he indeed hope that his hook doesn't break? Yeah, it would be bad. Can you imagine it breaking and you being stranded there? Oh, that would be awful. Alright, we shall float away into another plane of existence. No, just higher up, and I guess we're gonna get some more fat treasure loot. You shall not pass. Nope. No. Ah, couldn't get it in time. I tried. I tried my darndest, peeps. I did. Nope. And dead. Alright. Well, not the prettiest of battles, but it worked. Alright, let us stab the fire door with the fire sword once again.
The new pathway made Renato curious.
Alright, we got a treasure hunter one. Lots of stuff. Where does this take me now? Huh. Neat. Okay, so this is actually... Oh no. Stop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Paris, he thought.
And then he died.
And then he died.
That's about right. Anyway, what I was going to say before I owned myself there was I could probably hook those guys from further away, but it didn't work because Bad Bumpy is bad. I'm experiencing some sort of weird, I don't know. Like right now, maybe it's just I'm getting stuck on certain spots. It could be that. I don't know. I feel like I'm experiencing some like slightly weird lag type situations, but I think I'm just running into like dead spots on the map.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The core will kill you." "Are you afraid of it?" Don't be ridiculous. It chuckled. But it's unstable. It will poison you if I just carry it. And if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Renato did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
That's probably
definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
This is true. That is probably a good philosophy to have, not trusting rocks that talk in your head. Ah, I knew there'd be some sort of hidden treasure somewhere. There it is. There's the 3 that we've been missing. Alright, sweet. I just kind of wish I did this without the whole getting killed part because I'm bad. Alright, now here's my my next inquiry. Where do we go? Do we go this way or do we go off to the side? That seems like a pretty straightforward spot. What if we go this way?
If only he had a portal onto the Emperor's ship. This would be a short war.
That was not good. That did not work how I had planned. And you are dead, and you are going to join them as well. Did a bit too much damage to the splody guy, but you know what? It's all good. Man, getting so many gems. Elemental resistance now. And we're back here. Alright, so now we get to go through and we gotta switch to the correct Sword of Doom. There it is. Open Sesame! The Hero Sword. The hero door.
Of course there was a puzzle. You couldn't expect the transcendent emperor to bury a god's eye in a leather sack where anyone could pick it up.
I've heard it both ways. That's not really much of a puzzle, if you're asking me. That seemed a bit overly simplistic. Well, we don't need to use the altar for this, so stab through the door one more time, and onward we go to victory. Or to our imminent demise. One of those two things is probably true. Like, how did I conceivably miss that guy? I don't know. No, you do not get to buff people. I apologize for... Oh, jeez. Well, we are doing a little bit of life stealing, which I am a pretty big fan of. So, I'll take it. Alright, so now, for whatever reason, I am actually... Maybe it's the sword I'm using. Or maybe it's the Iblis Stone. All my horrible mistakes are not really costing me as much as normal. I like that. And there it is. The core.
As he approached the core, the stone became hysterical. No, it's too much power. We'll never rip a hole in space and time. He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out. When Ronaldo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis Stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light.
Ooh.
And it was silent. "I can't hear you," he sang out. And, "You?" It didn't answer. "Ha!" he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
Well, let's see. It never hurts to ask for advice. You can always ignore it. Renardo was able to silence the Iblis Stone using the Skyripper's core, yet the power it gave him was intact. It would be wise to understand what he had done. The scientists at the Nexus would have the answers. What was it about not looking a gift horse in the mouth? Maybe it was time to use his power to turn the tides. Destroying the enemy outpost on the Nexus would be a great first step. We're going to go and get some advice.
As the Farfarer made its way toward the Nexus, Ronaldo watched sparks fly out of the core. The Iblis Stone sucked them in hungrily. You'd think the stone would want this kind of power, wouldn't it? Thought Ronaldo. Well, the scientists would explain it all. This time, Ronaldo was sure he'd figured out how to use the core safely.
Alright, we'll figure it out, I suppose. We'll figure out if we are going to destroy the universe once again, or save it. Or maybe a little bit of both. Who can say? We'll figure it out soon enough, I suppose. Alright, let us go dance the dance in the dark. Or in the light, I don't know. I know not. Let's not overthink this.
He'd trusted his gut, and it had worked out. That's what it meant to be a hero. To ignore the naysayers and the odd-makers, and do what you knew was right, and have it turn out to be the right thing. Well, he wasn't worried. Once he got to the observatory, the scientist toads could explain it. Then he could carry the war into the enemy's camp and destroy them all. Oh dear, he was getting a little bloodthirsty, wasn't he?
Not necessarily.
He felt like Tarzan.
Okay, that's fair. Just as long as he doesn't have to do that horrible, Tarzan roar thing. Oh. Alright, well, a little bit tight in the way of battlation here, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Alright, we survived that. That wasn't so bad. We're hanging in there like a boss. Let's go on to the next spot. Alright. Yeah, looks like there's some more murder to be done here. Not too bad. Not too bad. And more ore. Now all we really need is the... That was weird. It was a floating particle or something there. All we really need is a thing at this point. Not one of these, but we need the other thing. We need the workshop so we could do what we do. There's no... there we go. Like, there's no fighting? Really? That seemed highly unlikely. Alright. Really? Interesting combination. I shall slay you all! Yes! Alright, well, we got our murder on. It was pretty fun. Now we're going to go over here and we are going to whip out our legendary sword of legendariness and go through.
It was time for a little exploration.
Yeah, it was. Alright, nothing really going on there. Alright, up and over, or sideways. I assume we're going up. Yep, we are. Sometimes we go down, but I just felt like we were going to be going up this time. I don't know, call it women's intuition. Wait a minute. I am not a woman. Not in character, nor in reality, so... That's weird. It's a little bit strange. I don't feel very good today, guys and gals. Just so you know, I feel very not good. So, my brain probably isn't working very well. So, if you guys are wondering where all this random gibberish is coming from, beyond the normal random gibberish, it's my psychoticness and the crazy. I'm experiencing a little bit of the crazy, so you can experience that too. And boom goes the dynamite. Goodbye. Easy, a breezy, a beautiful. Dead. No, kidding. Cover girl? Yeah, we can go that route. It's fine. Okay. Well, looks like a pretty easy victory for me. What do we get this time?
Get all the ingredients.
Grapple
Pretty
chance.
nifty sword.
I do have all the ingredients for a pretty nifty sword. And then some. Alright, so we've chopped through all that.
Renato had never felt better in his life. Normally, a battle would wear him down and he would need a night's sleep. Now he felt like he could go all night and all day. He felt like people were cheering him on and he could practically hear their applause as he slew one raven after another.
That is kind of the story of our life. Alright, do we want to go here? Or do we want to teleport away? Or grapple away? I guess we'll grapple around first, see what we can get. Ah, see, there's treasure loot to be
If they
had.
didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
I would agree with that sentiment as well. If they didn't want the stuff broken, they should have made it unbreakable. Like, for reals. Alright, let's see where this takes us. I do like the fact that Renato glows now. I think that's kind of cool. Just like he was like a pink before, now he's blue. It makes you feel a little bit more powerful, and he, well, you know, with the lifesteal and everything, it's pretty nice. I like the Iblis Stone. It is quite the good. It is quite the good. Alright, so we're gonna go up this way, and...
The Imperial fleet was closing in on the rebels, forcing them to come out and fight. Renato was itching to bring the fight to the enemy. He had to remind himself not to be too reckless.
Alright, it is time for some gem upgrades. We have the level 3 crit, right? Yep. The attack speed, level 2 treasure hunter. What does that do? 2%? Nope, I'm not done yet. We need to go to the swords, and we need to get ourselves the upgrade on the fire sword.
More fire? Yes, please.
More fire? Yes, please. Alright, the fire sword is fully upgraded, and we're ready to go with that. Oh, what does this do? Ah, that's useful. little bit strange, not gonna lie. It is definitely a tad odd. Do you know what? It's all fine. Alright, so we made it to our goal here, our destination as it were. Didn't let me get that last one. Dang it. Ah, stop hitting me while I'm already hit. I guess that's the biggest problem. They can chain attacks really well. So if you get hit once and you have 3 other people still throwing out attacks, you're just going to start getting owned. But again, lifesteal covers a multitude of mistakes, and I gotta say, I make a multitude of said mistakes. There was no getting out of that one. Okay. No idea how I didn't block that guy, but whatevs, or counter attack him.
It was all coming back to him.
Yeah.
He wondered what he'd remember next.
He now can actually tie his shoes with his mind, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Very useful skill. You're running, all of a sudden, oops, my shoelace is untied. Oh, what can I do? I can tie it with my mind while still running. I know. Pretty impressive stuff. I don't know how useful that would be. It sounds like it would be pretty difficult to do. I mean, even if you were sitting still, doing it with your mind, probably a little challenging, but while you're running, I don't know. It's like chewing gum and talking. It's difficult for some people. This is much easier than free climbing. This is true. Alright, well, we should be getting near the end of the area here. And as such, we're also nearing the end of the episode. So there's that. I'll get some more energy. And can I break these? No. Alright, I guess we go and we talk to the old wise frogs of doom.
The toads at the observatory measured the stone with their occult devices. I fed it the core of Skyripper, explained Renato. No more feed planet souls. But the core is not an unlimited energy source, said one toad. Another said, there's a feedback loop, you see, which could overload the stone. Yeah, the stone doesn't actually feed on souls, claimed a third. But on pain of killing another sentient being. If you can truly be at peace with yourself, it would not overload.
That's awesome.
This was all very confusing. At peace? Yes, the mountains were peaceful and quiet, but he now had the power to turn the tides. He should report to the Rebellion Council and prepare for the decisive battle.
Alright, so our decision's going to be bloodlusty or at peace. So, those are the 2 options that we will have in the very next and possibly the final episode of our series on Stories, The Path of Destinies. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next time for the conclusion. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.